G'day, Aaron Shiner here, and welcome to another video in the Pro Agent series. This series is designed to help you close the gap from where you were to where you want to be. And I'm really excited about this video because we're going to be looking at the 10-day challenge. So you're probably wondering, what's next? Well, it's very, very simple. Watch the video, download the course notes, and let's get started now. So today, we're going to look at the 10-day challenge. You're probably thinking, what is it? Well, the 10-day challenge is a specific set of instructions that you do over a 10-day period. And I promise you this, if you do these specific steps over the 10 days, it will help you get more listings and make more sales. Keep an open mind to this. Don't just look at it as theory or as homework. Look at this as new habits. Now, here's the thing. All I'm asking you to do is try it for 10 days. If it works for 10 days and you're starting to see results, well, can I suggest you do it a little bit more? This is probably one of the first things that I work with my coaching clients on, and we implement this in their business to help them. Let's look at the 10-day challenge. What's the number one thing for me to get started is simply this: be accountable to somebody. And that means getting a coach, getting a mentor, or it's even about getting an accountability buddy, somebody that's in the industry that works outside your area. Here's what I know from personal experience, and it's simply this. I have a list of outcomes that I want to achieve in the day. I don't have a coach, mentor, or an accountability buddy. At the end of the day, I look at the list and say, have I done it? And there's a couple of things that are unticked, and I say, I'll do that again tomorrow, or I'll start that next day, and you let yourself off the hook. Here's what I know about having an accountability buddy or a coach or a mentor. It is simply this: you write the things that you want to achieve, you send them an email in the morning, and then you've got to check in the afternoon and say, well, have I done those things? And here's from my experience: it comes 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and some of those things haven't been done, and you're thinking, you know what, I've really got to get a wriggle on here, I've really got to put a fire under me because I don't want to check in and those things aren't done. So let me give you an example. Okay, let's just say you've got a gym membership, okay? And you go to the gym at 6:30, 7 o'clock when you finish work at night, and you know, the day's been really big, you've made plenty of prospecting calls, heaps of buyer appointments, and you're pretty tired and you don't really feel like going. And that's okay, because you think, I'm so tired, I've had a big day, I'll let myself off the hook, I'll go tomorrow. So when you're going by yourself, it's very easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow. Let's just say you've got an accountability buddy at the gym. Someone's meeting you there at 7 o'clock and you don't feel like going. The answer is simply this: will you still go? The answer is most of the time, yes, for the simple fact someone else is relying on you and you don't want to let them down. So typically what I know is you will do more for others than you will for yourself. So having that accountability buddy, coach, or mentor in real estate is going to keep you on track and keep you focused and keep you executing on the things you promised yourself. Trust me, guys, I've had one for years and it really helps. So the next success tool I want to share with you is simply this. It is talk to 10 contacts before 10 a.m. I was at ARIC a few years ago and I heard Tom Panos say it, and I thought, well, if it works for those guys, it's going to work for me. I went back and implemented it into my business, and here's what I found. It sets my day up. It sets my next day up. It really just books appointments in the future, because here's my experience. Most real estate agents don't have their computers on by 9:30, 10. They've just finished having a coffee. They've just spoken about last night's episode of whatever was on television. And for me, speaking to 10 contacts before 10 a.m. realistically sets up my day, and it's pretty much half my prospecting out of the way before 10 a.m. Typically, I actually make those phone calls even before I get into my office. I log into my computer from home and start making those phone calls from about 8:30 in the morning till about 9:30 in the morning while I'm driving. So I'm doing two things at once. And for me, it's been a terrific help. Let's look at point number 3. So the next point for me is this one: listen to audiobooks in your cars. I heard Brian Tracy say a few years ago, 4 years of listening to audio in your car is the equivalent to doing a 3-year degree. And also, I heard Shad Hassan on an interview say all he did was listen to audio while he was at work, driving to and from appointments, and on the way to work and on the way home from work. So you know what I thought? If it worked for them, it can work for me. So can I recommend and suggest you go and get some really good audio, put it in your car, and listen to it while you're going to and from work. So the next one is really easy, and it's simply this: do daily exercise. Now, I don't mean you have to go to the gym and look like Rocky or any of that stuff, but here's what I've learned over my years of observing and looking at million-dollar performers, and it is this: they perform better because they feel better, and every top performer does some type of exercise. For me, it's simply about just getting my dogs, putting them on a leash, taking them for a walk, leaving my phone at home, and going for a half an hour walk. I'm walking, I'm not thinking about work, I'm breathing, and it's just something that I enjoy doing. I get back home or get back to the office and I just feel better for it. Allows me to just to have a break outside of real estate, decompress, get rid of some distractions, so when I get back into it, I'm fresh. So the next success tip I want to talk to you about is just having a list of outcomes you want to achieve at the beginning of the day. And you're thinking, well, what's that mean? It simply means this: before I start any day, I actually write down and list exactly what I want to achieve. Not stuff that I just want to tick off a list, but what are some of the outcomes I'm shooting for? So how many listings do I want to get today? How many sales do I want to make today? Do I have to have a vendor meeting? Whatever it is, I list it down. I just go out and get myself a handful of these exercise books each year. Now, this is completely separate to my diary. I use an electronic diary, but nothing beats having a to-do list on paper and being able to tick it off each day. So can I suggest you go down to whatever local shop, Officeworks, go and get yourself some hard-covered exercise books, create a list at the beginning of every day, or even better, before you go to bed the night before, because here's what I know. When you go into the office, you're laser focused, you've got a bullseye, you know how to hit it. What I see a lot of people do, they don't have a list, they don't have a set outcome agenda for the day, and they sit there and think, what have I got to do today? What can I do? By the time it's reached 10:30 or 11 o'clock, half the day is gone and they're just getting into it. I get in at 8:30, I produce my list, I hit the ground running, makes me become a lot more efficient and, more importantly, a lot more effective. So the next success tip I want to share with you is a really important one, and it is this: work on your business for 30 minutes a day. I think Einstein said it the best. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And that's no different for where we are. If we want to get more listings or make more sales, well, we need to be doing something a little bit different. But here's what I know. Some agents have had, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years experience, but really what they're doing is they learned in their first year, they've repeated, 5, 10, 15 years in a row. Technology's changed, the way we list and sell real estate has changed, so we always want to be up to date with where we are right now. Real estate, the landscape has changed dramatically, even from where we are now to 5 years ago. So can I suggest you work on your business for 30 minutes a day? Make a list of implementations and start working through them top to bottom. So there we have it. There's the first part of the 10-day challenge. In the coming weeks, we're going to release part 2. So make sure you keep an eye out for it. Now for the important stuff, the course notes below this video. Go and download the course notes, print them out, and start implementing. It's great that you've watched the video. Now make action your friend. And in a few weeks' time, we'll catch up and we'll look at part number 2. Enjoy, guys. I'll speak to you shortly.